All right, so Grandpa, tell me about your childhood, your parents, where you were born, when you were born.
Okay, I was born in St. Louis in July 25th, 1926. And I began going to kindergarten when I was 5 years old at St. Engelbert's Church, which was in the north side of St. Louis. My dad was mostly a butter salesman for one of the large creameries in the country, and he maintained a route of his own, and it was up in the vicinity of our home, but he had to travel some 20 to 30 miles in and out of the city to accomplish his sales. And my mother was raised in St. Liboria until she was about 20 years old. She moved with her family to South St. Louis. And she was out of school by that time. She became a telephone operator, which was a nice occupation for young girls of that time. And she worked at that until she and my dad were married in 1923. In October 24th, 1923. And so when I was born, a few years after that, we had some rental property we stayed in, but my dad invested in a home, in a nice home, a brick home in on Shreve Avenue in North St. Louis, Northwest St. Louis. And that's where we lived till I think my parents moved from there in 1958. Prior to that time, I got married. I was married to Peggy Donahue.
Let me ask you, Grandpa, real quick before we get to that.
Right. Okay.
Any siblings that you had?
Oh, my siblings were my sister Mary Jane. She was born in October of 29. I had a brother, William, born in November of 1933. And I had twin sisters born in April of 1940.
And what were their names?
Rosalind and Carolyn.
Okay.
And that formed our family of 5 children.
What, any childhood memories?
Well, yes, my dad, we had a place in Illinois. It was not a kind of cabin or anything. It was an old homestead that the family made use of. And when we were in our early years through grade school, and it was World War II time, we ended up with going to the place. It was only 40 miles from our homes. And we could travel there on weekends, and the whole family of the Cruz family, not the Hummer family, but the Cruz family, my mother's family, they ended up having this with our family. Mm-hmm. And we enjoyed going there during the good months of the year. Usually in the wintertime we would forbear that and not go there. But we enjoyed many good family Sundays and had barbecues and things like that, all family together. Mm-hmm. And we had the ability to put up everybody. And the young girls, if there were friends of some of our boys, mm-hmm. we would put them up at one of the neighbors and kept everything on the up and up. Mm-hmm. So we always had very good times.
Did you play any instruments growing up?
Yes, I did. I studied the violin from the age of 7 until 14. And at 14, I branched off and went to a tenor sax. And my school was going to a swing band at that time instead of an orchestra. And they asked me, we know how well you can read music, can you study another instrument? So I said, well, I always thought I'd like to play sax. And they said, hey, we need one. So I took lessons from one of the nuns up at St. Engelbert's, even though I was in high school at this time. And as a sophomore, I started playing in the swing band. My saxophone, I took lessons for about 4 or 5 months. Branched off and did a lot on my own. And it gave me a new career, which I really enjoyed. And I played in a number of different swing bands through my last 2 high school years. And when I was inducted into the Army in 1944, I gave up the band music, or the orchestra music. And I haven't played it since, so that's my history of music.